This is Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. We're welcoming you to our audiovisual studios right here in Miami Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. I'm Maryann Okon, welcoming you to the show. I'll pick up from where Joyce left off. We're still talking about the burial rites for the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, whose body is being conveyed to Daura as we speak. And I'll just be bringing you up to speed with all that has happened so far. Mr. President was seen arriving. The Malian Prime Minister also arrived. Did you see that striking resemblance between the Malian Prime Minister and former late President Yaradua? My God, these people really are our cousins, aren't they? Anyway, we're still looking at, of course, what's happening at the airport in Katsina. Of course, I guess that the body is in transit as we speak to Daura, where we've seen also many dignitaries gathering, members of the National Assembly, members of the National Executive Council. We've seen governors from across the country. We've seen members of the diplomatic corps, several people, show up to pay their last respect. And of course, we've seen the Nigerian army and the whole military out in their full colors and regalia to pay their last respects to a former president and a former commander-in-chief of the armed forces. A lot to be said about the former president, but while we are at it, unfortunately, I might not be able to necessarily do too much talking outside of that. But I want to run you through some of the big stories for today. Don't forget, we'll spend most of our time looking at what's happening in Dora. But on the 5 o'clock hour, we'll be talking about the new aid that has been set for entrance into the university. I'm going to have an education consultant join us to talk about it. It's something that concerns, there are people who have raised concerns about, how about if the kid is a genius? And several other issues. Before now, there's been that shift in goalposts as to the age. 1 minute is this and the next minute is that. And so questions are being asked. My guest will be here to explain to us better and help us to make sense of it. But before then, we will continue to look at what's happening in Katsina State. Of course, Governor Rada has been playing host to all of these dignitaries who have arrived in Katsina State. Once again, welcome to Hard Facts. We're starting with the big three, and then, of course, the biggest story is the death and burial of former President Muhammadu Buhari.
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
This is Hard Fact with Maryann Okon.
Welcome to the Big Three on Hard Facts 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are live. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're looking at the big three stories for today. Let me go straight to it. And then, of course, like I did tell you earlier on, the biggest on the stories, obviously, is the burial and the laying to rest of former President Muhammadu Buhari. But these are the stories for today. Let's start with the NLC. Ogun workers begin strike over 82 billion naira pension deductions. Yes, you heard me. 82 billion naira pension deductions. Apparently, the story is from the Punch newspaper. The organized labor in Ogun State, comprising of the Nigeria Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress, and the Joint Negotiating Council, on Monday directed the entire workforce in the state to proceed on an indefinite strike. Development was a result of an unremitted is the operating word, unremitted 82 billion naira contributory pension deduction spanning 14 years. 14 years, Ogun State. 14 years. You have been ripping people off 14 years. So it's not about the partying governor. It's not this guy that's here. 14 years. Calculated. And so nobody in all of these governors have decided that, wait, why are these people's pensions not being paid into their pension account? Nobody taught them. So you didn't think about... Okay, I'm just going to breathe. 14 years. 82 billion. Now, the development we hear was contained in a document signed by the leadership of the NLC, TUC and JNC, which the Punch newspaper picked up on. The decision to embark on this trade dispute was said to have been taken at a statewide congress, which was held yesterday, where the workers voted to go on an indefinite strike or an indefinite suspension of their services over the dysfunctional Ogun State Pension Reform Law of 2008, which was amended in 2013. The 2013 Pension Amended Law is said to have established the contributory pension scheme, which stipulated that both employers and employees should contribute a set-aside monthly savings of 7.5% each of the basic salary of workers, which is to be kept by an appointed pension fund administrator. The Labour is claiming that practically in its 17 years of the passage as a law, from all indicators, the CPS has, at best, been practiced in complete breach of the law that established it. Well, we still await the Ogun State government and their response. But what are your thoughts? Let's talk about this one before we go to the Buhari ceremony that's going to be happening in Dora. Dangote is back in the news this time. He seems to be aiming higher than where he is, and that's a good thing for a business person of his kind. Well, depends on how you look at it. The Premium Times newspaper here says Dangote plans construction of Nigeria's largest, underline the word, largest seaport. An application to authorities last month, according to the Bloomberg news agency, says that Dangote sought to build the biggest, deepest port in Nigeria in Olokola. Aliko Dangote is forging ahead with a proposal to build a seaport in Ogun State to facilitate exports, including liquefied natural gas. The move is expected to accelerate an expansion of Mr. Dangote's conglomerate. This is a report by Bloomberg, citing an interview with Dangote himself. And we hear that an application to authorities last month, according to the outlets, is in accordance to this news. The free trade zone was initially considered as the host of Dangote's mega oil refinery and petrochemical plant, which is now situated on the outskirts of Lagos. But an impasse with the government thwarted that plan. Lagos government, obviously. Now, the port is conceived to connect the Dangote refinery or Dangote Group logistics and export operations in Lagos, including the Lekki Deep Sea Port, through which it currently ships petroleum products and fertilizers overseas. He said, and I quote, it is not that we want to do everything by ourselves, but I think this will encourage other entrepreneurs to come into it. This is what Dangote said. He says, we want to do a major project to bring more gas than what NLNG is doing today. Okay. So that's Dangote there speaking on an expansion and building of the biggest, he says, deep sea port in Nigeria. How will this deep sea port help in developing not just Ogun State but the whole country? And I think the other question we need to ask is why did Lagos and Dangote have an impasse that has not allowed for this deep sea port to be? Because I thought that it was going to be in Lagos. I really thought it was going to be in Lagos. But for those of you who are watching and following the stories on the burial of former President Muhammadu Buhari, I will be bringing you some updates. If you have been listening to Joyce, his body has arrived from London. Several dignitaries received his body at the Katsina airport. And of course, flags today are flying at half-mast. We're all on a public holiday, except for those of us who are essential services. Security has been beefed up at Buhari's residence as grave diggers begun digging early this morning. And of course, his corpse is on its way en route Daura as we speak. And we will be bringing you some live feed today on what's happening in Daura as he's going to be laid to rest. We will be bringing you some live stream. There's already a huge crowd in Daura this afternoon, as we can see here. And this video is courtesy of NTA. A huge crowd is gathered outside the home of former President Muhammadu Buhari, while dignitaries are also en route the airport to his hometown to pay their final respects to the former leader. Let's talk Lagos. As the former president will be laid to rest this afternoon. A lot of prayers, a lot of crying. We've seen a lot of reactions from friends, family, people who were close to him, people who worked with him, as to, who he was to them personally and who he was to. Let's just look at the life and times of Muhammadu Buhari today, most importantly. And also, the phone lines are open for you to participate in the big three stories. We're looking at Dangote building a new deep sea port. We're also looking at the situation with the NLC, the TUC and JNC in Ogun State. 8.2 billion naira has not been paid into their pensions contributory scheme. And they have decided that they're going on a strike. Let's talk. 0201 277 0993, 0201 465 7190. You could join the conversation on WhatsApp. It's 0809 5975 805. You can send me a WhatsApp message. If you're listening from outside of the country, you can call 0809 5975 805 on WhatsApp. In the meantime, you have 60 seconds. Go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Yes.
It's Maryann speaking to you from Ekpe.
Go ahead.
The governor of Ogun State, is this governor who do a show off parties and so on. We have elderly people working in the civil servant. They will retire tomorrow, and their pension will not be paid because somebody has tampered with it. So we need to be begging these people to do what they ought to do in the first place. What is wrong with these people? And then for Muhammadu Buhari, you talk about people crying. You didn't talk about rage, because if I'm to display the kind of rage that is in me, a man who said he was not going to have foreign treatment, you abandon our hospital. At the twilight of your administration, your wife said they were budgeting money to build was it also a clinic or whatever that will take care of the first family and other dignitaries in Nigeria. I don't understand the kind of people we are. At the end of the day, they are wasting our money going to Darua, declaring public holiday. It's all disaster. Yeah, good afternoon.
All right, take it easy, Manuel. Take it easy. 0201 277 0993. Join the conversation. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Yeah, Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
I'm a Joffa calling from Isola Kingdom. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. See, this particular president does, the ones that are living should learn from me. All those ones that are looting our treasury. So my gathering acres of land in Abuja, they should know that one day they will leave this earth. Then, coming to Dangote refinery, having a deep sea. Why is it that there's no deep sea in Southeast, and an individual is trying to build the largest deep sea in Nigeria? I mean, do you need me to answer? Do you need me to answer that question? Do you need me to answer that question? Because I'm going to break this table that you're shaking. Okay. Do you remember? Do you remember something that was called Tinapa? Yeah, Tinapa.
Where is it? Cross River. Which would have serviced the whole of the southeast and the south. How did it die? Go and Google it. How did it die?
We are saying the same
it was killed so that Tinkan will continue to be Tinkan. unfortunately.
So
And where were the southeast states and the south states when Jonathan was president to fight for it, when Obasanjo was president to fight for that particular, because they pushed for dredging, they said they were going to dredge, it never happened. That's your answer, sir. It never happened.
Okay, but yes, but this time around, let them give the southeast
Who's
opportunity.
they? Who are you expecting to do it? Sorry, who's they? Because until the people who need it, I'm sorry, no, the government is not going to do it if it's not going to serve their interest. They will give it to their friends. Until you guys who need it, who are the people who import the most? Our brothers in the southeast.
Yes.
How come you guys do not prioritize it until you begin to make it your business? Nobody's going to make it their business.
They are using it against them. They want only level state to be having all this.
I have to go on a break. I'm so sorry.
News and sports after this. This is not just a debate. It's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance. A war of words. And only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. My name is Shegwa Rinze.
All right, we're still looking at the big three stories for today. Big top story, obviously, is the laying to rest of former President Muhammadu Buhari, as, of course, the whole country is at standstill. Everyone's watching Daura as we speak. Dignitaries headed towards Daura. The body of the late president also headed to Daura. His residence filled already with a mammoth crowd, all awaiting his arrival. And we hear that security has been beefed up in and around his residence and across the state, of course, because of the number of dignitaries that will be going towards his hometown. Many media houses are, of course, playing back-to-back videos remembering the former president. Some would say he was a man of integrity. Some would say he was a no-nonsense guy, and some would say he was a guy whose government was supposed to be built on anti-corruption, but then at the end of the day, a lot of corruption was recorded under his watch. Of course, we know that he handed over to his successor, now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in May 2023, and retired to his home in Daura, even though he now moved to his home in Kaduna before he was reportedly ill and then flown to London, where he passed at a private hospital in London. I will bring you some clips briefly. I'm just going to play you some videos right now from earlier on. Of course, this is a video from Arise Television of the president and the son of former President Muhammadu Buhari, late former President Muhammadu Buhari. Of course, you can see Governor Radade of Katsina State flanked by Mr. President and several other dignitaries being received by the former president's son. This was when the president met the son of the former president, and that video is courtesy of Arise Television. There are several other videos I want to play for you. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. This is the family of the former president in mourning. And this video is courtesy of TVC. Well, we can see the family of the former president, Muhammadu Buhari. They're in mourning. They have lost a father, a friend, and a husband. According to former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Nigeria has lost a true patriot, a man whose life was marked by unyielding devotion to the nation that he loved. I'd love to hear from you, Lagos Talk. 0201-277-0993. That's the number to call. 0201-465-7190. This is Hard Facts, and I'm Maryann Okon. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Bengal. Nigeria talking nation, not a doing nation. I love the way you educate Nigeria people yesterday, you and your colleague. Whether they will listen or they must vote. That party that I'm mentioning to Nigeria, they must vote. 2031. He who fails to plan is planning to fail. Stop planning on Nigerians. Leave Buhari. Either you mock him or you don't mock him. He has gone. His life goes on. You have to plan now. Stop talking. This country is not a talking nation. We are well blessed with God, with potential resources. We can rebuild this country. You, Maryann, the help you will do for me now. Go to overseas. Nigerians that are working in each country overseas, bring them, write their names, let them come and join my party. That is the work I will give to you.
Thank you very much for calling. I'm not doing any work for you. Please go do your work by yourself. I'm not helping anybody join any party. People have a right to their choices. It won't be me telling anyone to join any political party. They can join whatever political party they want. Anyway, I have some videos, and I'm going to keep playing those videos until we're able to get live feed from Daura when the corpse finally gets to Daura. Here's another video I got earlier on today when the family of the former president arrived at the Katsina Airport, Daura. And this video is courtesy of, let me take a look first before I play it. Because I want to be sure and that we give credit to the right people. Okay, this video is courtesy of Arise Television, and this is when the corpse and the family of the Muhammadu Buhari family arrived in Katsina. The wife of the former president, accompanied by the wife of the sitting president, and several other dignitaries when they came off that presidential jet that went to London with a delegation led by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, Femi Gbajabiamila, Professor Babagana Zulum, Governor of Borno State, and several other dignitaries. We did see yesterday Rochester Koresh and several other people outside that London hospital yesterday. This is the arrival of the body of the former President Muhammadu Buhari, his wife, flanked by the wife of Mr. President Remi Tinubu. This was earlier on at the airport today. All right, we're still taking your thoughts and your comments. 0201 277 0993. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Maryann, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Mr. Mba.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Maryann, I want to talk about the Buhari. Maryann, please, where the Buhari died, is it in Nigeria or in abroad? So, which means those people are indirectly mocking us. A whole president who ruled a country for good 8 years could not be able to build a health care in his own country after spending 8 years. And here he went outside, where abroad, where they have gathered, where they gathered a quick enough instrument. But here you abandon your own. You went there and died. I want Nigeria to come and mourn you. I pity those who mourn. Mr. Mbaka never mourn somebody like that, some president like that.
All right.
Because you couldn't do what is right in your own country.
All
you
right.
prefer to die outside the country because you couldn't do the right thing.
Thank
Mr.
you very
Mbaka
much,
never
Mr.
mourned
Mba, for
such a
calling.
president.
All right, we appreciate you. 60 seconds is all you have. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hi, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mrs. Oboli.
Go ahead.
And welcome on today's show.
Thank you.
First off, let me express my condolences to the Buhari family, the former president, the late President Buhari's family, and indeed the nation at large. But the truth must be told, Maryann. I have mixed feelings regarding this death. First off, as a Nigerian, the former president turned late now was many things to many people. But for me, let me speak from my own lens now. As a bona fide citizen of Nigeria, I think he got into power when I was 36. I'm 44 now, and he has taken 8 years. Oh, I know down the line, the past presidents. But I'm asking myself, for the 8 years President Buhari ruled, what exactly has he done to make life better for the average citizen? So people will say, let sleeping dogs lie. He has apologized. The wife said he apologized on his death, but that apology could have been put into good use if you have made the life of the average Nigerian better during your own tenure. 8 whole
Thank you very much for calling, Mrs. Oboli. Thank you very much for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Go straight to the point. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Peter. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Peter Oman says my name from Shomolu. Let me sing this song. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. Prayer is the master king. My president before, who are late now, started with London Hospital and ended with London Hospital. So Buhari started with London Hospital and ended with London Hospital. Even as for Rock, they could not build a hospital that can take care of president. Nelson Mandela came in within how many years? He stayed there. When he fell sick, he was in his country. He died in his country. Why wasting all this money? You know what pains me, Maryann? When Tinubu took over and told us that he inherited empty treasury. In other words, it's a carcass of Nigerian treasury that he inherited from Buhari. I made a call there on all the radio stations I was able to call that Buhari is alive. He should be called up to come and tell Nigerians why he handed over empty treasury. It pains me now that that man is no longer there to give account of his stewardship. All the days in the hospital
Thank you
in
very
London,
much for
he should have
calling.
told us how much he spent.
All right, Peter. 60 seconds is all you have, guys. Just go straight to the point. 0201 277 0993. That's the number for you to call. 0201 465 7190 if you are a lady. And of course, you could join the conversation. If you're listening to us from outside of the country and you want to be part of the conversation, please call 080959757 on WhatsApp. If you are in the country, just send us a message on WhatsApp. 08095975805. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Yes, good evening, Maryann. This is Kenny. How are you?
Hi, Kenny. I'm good.
Yeah, thank you so much for talking about Tinapa. What I'll just say right now is that it's unfortunate, but we'll just take what we have. Let Dangote build the seaport, and then we'll move on. God will do it for us. Now,
Are you joking? Are you joking? Please leave God out of this. So.
My dear, you have to be prophetic sometimes to calm yourself down, consolation. So the only prayer I want to make is that, oh God, as we put the former president to rest, may Nigeria become governable again in Jesus' name. Amen. That's it.
Amen.
May you rest in peace. God
Amen. Amen. All
Good
right.
job. I love your show.
Thank you very much, Kenny. Guys, I don't want you guys to think that I don't like prayers. I love God. I love the whole bond that we have as a country to God. We're very religious people as opposed to knowing God for who he is. But I don't want to go down that line today. As much as we're really hoping on God to save us, what are we doing to save ourselves? Yeah. Hello. Welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann. You have Samuel on the line here.
Go ahead, Samuel.
Okay. Yes. First of all, I think I need to commend you, commend your unbiasedness and diplomatic way of, attending and reacting to some of us as scholars. Look at the last guy that talked about, Dangote, deep sea, wherever, and also comparing what happened to the southeast or south-south. Many of us are not informed as well, or maybe we are being beclouded by our sheer emotions and self-thoughts priority of things. That's why we react to come online. I could remember this Tinapa stuff you are talking about. Yeah, a lot of money were marked. For
a lot of billions of dollars were synced into that place. Yes.
And come to think of it, I'm not saying because we stay in the side of this southwest or thereabout. When you look at it out of geopolitical zones in the country, southwest still seems to be relatively calmer and peaceful. So you can't expect any investors, coming with that kind of, even the money, even if it's your own direct money or even the money that you hand from people. Remember, this investment is still going to come out with a conglomerate of people's money. So you can't expect them to just plunge into an environment where it's not safe. Look at what is happening.
Sorry, which environment is not safe? I want to be sure we're saying the same thing. Which environment is not safe?
Oh, now it's
no. Where is Tinapa? I hope you're not mixing River State and Cross River.
No, I know Tinapa is in Cross River.
At what point? Which news have you ever heard about Cross River not being safe? Please educate us.
No, I'm not talking. No, you've hit it. No, Maryann, I'm not disagreeing what you have just said.
Maybe not just for me, but I need to understand what you mean by investors not wanting to invest in a place that's not safe. What exactly do you mean by that?
No, I'm talking about. Look at. The what's it called? The plot of insecurity going on in the southeast because of.
I don't think at any point we were emphasizing on that, because the sea that we're looking at, we're looking at places that have seaports.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that I get what you are talking. You are I think primarily launching out that sensibility, about what are people. Have people in that particular region call their leaders on accountability? How did money, being plugged into that particular project? How did it go about? We have a lot of them in NDCC. And NDCC basically is more or less south. 90% of NDCC are south. Do you understand? So, but I am talking about even this insecurity. Southwest is relatively kind of safer than any other region what I'm talking about this time around. And you can't expect people like that bringing their investment, billions of dollars we're talking about. And even if you build it, you still have to do something they call investors' confidence. Okay. You need to call people to come and partner with you in a kind of safe environment.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. I have to let you go because of time. I get your point. You're trying to say that the onus is upon us and the people who live in those areas. Like I asked that caller, well, who's 80% of the people who import some of these goods? They're from the southeast. And when that project was semi-halted at the time, who was pushing for the federal government to restart it? No one supported the South states when they were pushing for that dredging to happen. I remember the people who were on that matter pushing. Former Governor Victor Atta of Akwa Ibom State were one of the people. The guys from what's it called? Pandef, they were always pushing for the dredging of the river, the sea that was close to Cross River, so that the Tinapa would be a deep sea port. They opened Tinapa for that sole purpose. It was supposed to be a free trade zone, but it's a carcass of itself right now. But it's a conversation we'll have someday. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Mary Ann.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Mary Ann, there's no verse here. This Tilapa now, that so many trillions and trillions now that is a history now, eh? Go and mark it. That is how this their new road they are building now. They have just built only 30 kilometers waiting, and they have launched it now. That is the way it's going to be a history. All the billions, trillions they have put there. Look at the way APC government is just wasting Nigerian money anyhow. They were when old finish. He will be struggling to be a president. Just be treating himself, going abroad to treat himself, pack money. But the citizens who are working out that money, they don't even take care of them. God will judge them, God will judge them. And when they want to die, they will go to abroad to go and die. And continue spending our money, wasting our money. God will judge them.
Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much for calling. I don't know what Jesus has to do in this matter now. Everybody will carry their problems to Jesus. Anyway, he's the one that invited you to bring all your problems to him. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon, Maryann. This is Boyesen calling from Afromedia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now that the former president is being laid to rest today, my own concern is this. The present government, those who are in charge today, what lessons have they learned? That's just my question. Have they been able to learn anything from the past president, from the person they are laying to rest today? So that's just my concern. Let them see. Not when after everything now they will say, you don't speak of the devil, they don't speak evil of the dead man, this and that. But those who are in charge today, they should learn from what is happening. That's just my own concern.
All right, Boyesen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There's something that my father said when my mom passed, and I've heard a lot of people say over and over again when somebody dies, that the dead person is dead. All the changes, all the reforms, all the things that we were regretting or we could have done, we still have time to do it because that person is gone. We need to learn and amend our ways while we are alive because we still have more years on earth. But you do not know the day that death will come. So while you are alive, make hay. Do the right thing. Be kind. And if you say, I beg to apply to be president because I want to help my country, please make sure that you do the helping. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joy from Niba.
Go ahead, Joy.
I don't want to talk about Buhari. May he so rest in peace. I want to talk about this pension from Ogun State. Old men and women that did that job, they don't want to give them their pension. And they are sitting on it, eating. They are eating, denying those people after working for 35 years. And even when they want to pay now, how much are they going to pay? 30,000, 35,000. And they are sitting on it. And they will go to church, they will go to mosque. They will do bad things. God will not forgive them for what they are doing to those old men and women. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. The Ogun State situation, I think is a conversation that needs to be had. I'm hoping I can get somebody from the NLC or the JNC or TUC to explain to us what exactly is going on, because it's an interest. 14 years. Their deductibles were not paid into their contributory pension scheme. Where did the money go? 8.2 billion. There's a funny video that I like. Is this a plane? What type of plane is this? I want to read some messages that are coming in if you do not mind. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. We're also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. For those of you who do not know, I'd just like to bring you up to speed. security at the residence of former President Muhammadu Buhari. The body is arriving, is en route now. It's almost arriving. That's if it's not already arrived at his compound. And we're seeing dignitaries also arriving at his Daura residence. Mammoth crowd outside. Obviously, a lot of people will be inside. This ceremony will not take too long. Obviously, it's a very straight to the point situation. But of course, because of the members of the diplomatic corps, the top echelon of government, businessmen and women, those who were friends and allies of the former president, will always obviously be here. And of course, we're looking out to see the imam who's going to lead the prayer sessions and the burial rites. The who's who in Nigeria and of course around Africa are here in Katsina State, Daura, as the former president is about to be laid to rest. Hopefully, as we go on, I'll be able to bring you some live feed from either NTA or TBC as we get them. In the meantime, I want to take your thoughts and comments on the big three. On WhatsApp, Jackson says, will you tell me the route to Cross River State without going through any of the southeast states? Jackson, I'm sure that you have something that's called a map. You can try it, or you can use Google Maps to find out how you can get from wherever you are to Cross River State. Someone here says, Samson from Ogun State says, regards to the late president, was he a Christian or a Muslim or Christian? What does that mean? He is a Muslim. What do you mean? Oh, so you heard in the news that he was going to be buried according to Muslim rites. Why are you asking this question again, Samson? What was it? Someone says, Mr. President, that is good. This big lesson is for the recent crop of leaders that we have now. Buhari is a far better man than Tinubu Akpabio. Now, election is at hand. What Mr. President Tinubu and APC campaign to Nigerians, or I'm sure you mean what will they campaign to Nigerians? These people are all scammers. He says, evil and wicked leaders. White from Iba. Now, wow. This one here says, the media should let people talk. Who's holding your mouth? Is somebody putting a plaster over your mouth? Who's stopping you from talking? Jackson here says, Dangote building seaport in Ogun State is a good thing, but let him go to the east or south and build it there. There is one seaport in Lagos already, so that there will be more. There wouldn't be more accident tankers here in Lagos. Oh, Jackson, important point. Victor from Ilugweju says, on ex-president's death, there is nothing Nigerians can do to let politicians bury their own, because when ordinary Nigerians were killed in Benue and Plateau State, the other parts of the country, ordinary Nigerians buried them. On Dangote's deep sea port, it's marginalization that has been going on since the time of Ojukwu. If federal government is sincere, why can't they allow each region to have functional seaports? The truth is that Nigeria is not one, and time will tell, he says. Okay. Someone here says, my name is Maryann, by the way. Dangote is doing what Elon Musk tried to do in America before Trump stopped him. Buhari, may God forgive his sins. May God bless Yaradua and help Tinubu to learn his lesson. Nigeria must surely be great. Okay, James, thank you very much. I think I have about 2 minutes on the clock. Let's see if I can run through all your messages. This one says, I'm just listening from Ireland. I think we need to critically examine this holiday declaration syndrome that's slowly beginning to lose its significance. I know, right? Everything we need to declare public holiday. Why? We're not even considering the economy that's ailing. Ayo here says, good day, Maryann. Buhari has died his own death, just like every one of us will do one day. He made life difficult for so many people. He allowed insecurity to go, insecurity to fester, you mean? People will tell you he built roads and rails. You have said the truth about the new seaport. I have been to Tinapa and saw the ruin left. Political will, especially by governors and reps, to stand up. I pity many people expecting pensions at the end of their toils. There may be nothing. I'm thinking of something that I want to say is on the radio, but I cannot say it because You know that Ghanaian man, that video, I gonna kill a lot. Look at me. So I'll finish working, they will not give me what? That video cracks me up all the time. I have just about 30 seconds. This one says, this is not to justify the fact that the former president patronized foreign hospitals, but did these people who shout he couldn't build hospital know that this London clinic is a private hospital? I'm not Buhari's fan, but the man gave his best. Whether the best is enough for us is another thing. The man did not win election just to punish Nigerians. Okay, and on that note, guys, I'm going to go on a break. Let's see if I have time when we come back. Yes, it's a few seconds break. And when we come back, I'll read some more messages and take your calls. I'll be having at least 5 more minutes on the clock. Okay, still hard facts. 99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Maryann Okon. We'll be right back.
Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
This summer, don't just take a break. Live in it at Zebra Beach Resort. Whether it's summer romance, a summer family escape, or that long overdue solo recharge, Zebra is your slice of beachside bliss. Let the kids roam free while you dive into delicious meals, refreshing ocean dips, and those unbeatable breezy vibes. From daily activities for both kids and adults, there's something for everyone. Just visiting? Don't worry. We've got you covered with our day passes too. Book your summer spot now at zebrabeachresort.com or call 0704 730 0013.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Hot Fact with Maryann Okon.
This is Hot Facts on Nigeria Info 99.3 FM. My name is Shegwarinze.
It's still hard facts. I can take a few more calls, maybe one or two, before we wrap things up here. Okay, let's do that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good afternoon.
No, from Mumbai. I'll have to read it. As regards Buhari, honestly, during his first time as a military officer, he did so many wonderful things, honestly, like the issue of war against discipline. And when MPN was plunging the country into abysmal economic problems, he changed the Naira, and the Naira gained value, gained momentum, and gained value tremendously well. Are you there?
I'm listening.
So probably he thinks that it will coming back as a politician to become president will be an easy ride, like what he did in the during the military, which was a jackboot. He mixed it because democracy as it is not the way we practice it. So when he came, he was unable to perform badly. And this should be a lesson, a very serious lesson to other remaining leaders and in exception Africans, that whatever you do, posterity has two sides, whether negative or positive when you are gone. So they should learn a very salient reason from Buhari's death.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. I do appreciate it. Like I said, the dead is gone. It's the living who has life to live. So how you intend to live the rest of your life out is solely dependent on you, because every one of us will give account. On YouTube Live, Abedin Adeyemo here says, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions of every person, and they will get the reward according to what he has intended. Sahik Bukhari, I'm sure that's what's it called? An excerpt from the Quran. Like I said, how you live out the rest of your life, enough for your pocket. One last call and then we'll wrap things up here, okay? Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, my sister.
Yes.
I'm B.A. Akimbo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, my worry in all this has to do with the fact that since this dispensation in 1999, none of our presidents have deemed it fit to raise one of our hospitals to the standard of handling all these ailments they run to London to treat. Is there any award for going to be treated in London? Is there any special award for all these things? Or dying in London? Does it come with any prize or any gift? It's unfortunate that, look at the 21 billion naira spent in upgrading, renovating the official residence of the VP. If that had been pumped into health sector, would it not have been enough to raise just one hospital instead of all of them running to London, to Germany, to America?
All right, Mr. Kimbo, I have to let you go. Thank you so much for calling. Because of time, the news is at the top of the hour in 7 seconds. I'm Maryann Okon. I'll see you on the other side. Stay with us.
You hear it from us.
We tell you who,
when,
where,
and how it was said.
Lagos Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has commended past and present leaders in the state.
If you're planning to disturb the peace of Lagos State, please have a rethink.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3